Your Excellency, sir, distinguished guests, the parade is made up of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, the Uganda Police Force, the Uganda Prison Services, and the Uganda Wildlife Authority. In the next few minutes, they will be joined by the biggest circle in this country, Wazalendo Circle. Change of step comes with change of tune. Mwebale nnyo akalulu ako. A test of stamina and resilience. "40 years of building a national defense force that has not only defended the country and her people, but has exported peace in the lands near and far. Once again, we shall request you, distinguished guests, Your Excellency, to honor the national colors. Thank you very much. Please resume your seats. Your Excellency, sir, distinguished guests, the people in white top are the UPDF Sacco staff, Wazalendo Sacco, the biggest saving cooperative society in this country. And behind them are the UPDF acrobats that are entertaining you as well. Thank you, UPDF acrobats. Asanteni sana. Obugalo, obugalo, obugalo. Thank you very much. Your Excellency the President, distinguished guests, next to the program will be the parade marching in review order. Your Excellency, you can hear your wananchi very happy with the progress made. Skill and training. We shall stand. Please take your seats. Rais wa Jamhuri ya Uganda The parade commander comes to seek for permission to have the colors off the parade. After that, we shall have the parade march off, and we'll continue with the program. Your Excellency, allow me to thank the Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, and the Senior Presidential Advisor on Special Operations, the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Bas Byakagawa, and the Commissioner General of Prisons, Dr. Byabashaija. Sir, the CDF was represented by Deputy CDF, Lieutenant General Samuel Kiding, while police, the Inspector General of Police himself is present, and the Commissioner General of Prisons are all accompanying you on this occasion, sir. And they have been accompanied by generals and senior officers in all the security services. We salute them for such a beautiful parade, for the preparations. More so, we salute you, sir, for building such a formidable security agencies that have maintained the peace and the stability of our country. I think they deserve a clap. It takes leadership, it takes planning, it takes foresight to achieve the vision you have had all along, Your Excellency. We salute you for the leaders who have had over the 40 years in these agencies, that each has put a brick to see these forces as they are seen today. I'm very sure the parade has been very smart. Your Excellency, we are celebrating 40 years of people that were driven by patriotism, driven by Pan-Africanism, and the desire to see our African people achieve their aspirations or realize their aspirations. So the progress we have enjoyed, we have witnessed, and we still continue to witness is not by accident. It's planted, it is sowed in the blood of Ugandans and watered by blood that was continued to be shed, that continued to be shed in dealing with the various insurgencies over the years. And now, in our Pan-African duty, we continue to shed blood for the good of the African people.
Papa.
Those who have clapped, thank you. Hakuna mchezo. Asanteni sana. Thank you so much. Yes, the parade commander has handed over to his deputy or second in command, who is none other than Major Miriam Okello Apio. Your Excellency, sir, 40 years ago,
Sir, parade commander,
there were no female or ladies in military uniform.
Sir, parade commander.
Thanks to your leadership, we have generals, senior officers, and other combatants from the female folk that are serving this great nation. Earlier on, my colleague, Madam Alice, had mentioned about you having made a history to be the first president in Africa to appoint a vice president from our ladies. Of course, we have had speakers of parliament, from Right Honorable Kadaga to Right Honorable Anita Among, heading the great house that is just for this country. Sir, we cannot fail to salute you.
Gwaride!
For the achievements.
Gwaride natoka wanjani.
Sikia sauti, sikia
Mwende
sauti.
waroka. Wasita. Giuka kulia, giuka.
Yes. Those who thought ladies are weak, think again. And when you see her walking, you indeed believe she's been trained and understood her training.
Gwaride! Mwende waroka. Msakulia. Mbele tembea.
obugalaawo nkikakasa obuyimba obwo bunyumye. Mheshimiwa Rais, wageni walikwa, naomba sasa hivi naachie nafasi mwenzangu akaendelee na kipindi. Asanteni sana.
Your Excellency, English, Kiswahili, both of them are our official languages. We thank you for encouraging us to learn Kiswahili. Today's theme, Your Excellency, is tribute to the patriots who ushered in a fundamental change. Kwa Kiswahili tunasema heshima kwa wazalendo walioleta mabadiliko ya msingi. Your Excellency, when you had just come, the inaugural speech, the opening statement was, no one should think that what is happening today is a mere change of guards. It is a fundamental change in the politics of our country. Your Excellency, as we celebrate 40 years of this NRA victory, we have seen this fundamental change. Nobody can dispute it. Those who try to dispute it are telling lies, and they are lying to themselves. Your Excellency, at this juncture, we would like to hand over to the Director of Ceremonies, Honorable Mili Babirye Babalanda, another Mugore, because she's also elected, she was elected to be Member of Parliament. Mama, congratulations. Your Excellency, we are many people now studying Kiswahili. Kwa hivyo, Your Excellency, kwa niaba ya wanafunzi wenzangu na walimu wetu wa lugha ya Kiswahili, tunakupongeza Mheshimiwa Rais Museveni kwa ushindi wa dhati kwa uchaguzi wa uraisi katika awamu mpya. Your Excellency, congratulations. We, the people who study Kiswahili, and our teachers, under the NRM Secretariat, we congratulate you on this landslide victory in the most recently concluded elections. And Your Excellency, it is under your leadership that constitutionalism and rule of law and democracy has taken root. Your Excellency, people might not know that you are the first directly elected president in 1986, because the others were coming in as presidents in their own, but you were the first one. And you have maintained that discipline of keeping law and order. Your Excellency, we thank you and we congratulate you. Now, sir, please allow me to invite the Director of Ceremonies for today. Jina langu ni Alice Awoli Muwanguzi. What is Afande Kulaije? Afande Kulaije umeondoka? Come and introduce yourself to His Excellency the President.
Your Excellency, I am Major General Felix Kulaije, and one of the assistants, Masters of Ceremonies or Directors of Program today. And we are now handing over to our boss, the Mugore, Honorable Mili Babirye Babalanda, Minister for the Presidency. Karibu.
Your Excellency the President and President-elect, Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, National Chairman of the mighty party NRM, our Chief Patriot, as of today's theme, and freedom fighter, General Retired Mzee Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Major Retired Jessica Alupo Rose Pell, the Right Honorable Aneta Mo, the Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda and Second National Vice Chairperson of the mighty party, His Lordship Dr. Flavian Nzeja, Chief Justice of the Republic of Uganda, Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa, the Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda, Right Honorable Moses Chigongo, the Vice Chairperson of the mighty party NRM, Right Honorable Robina Nabanja, the Prime Minister and leader of government business, Right Honorable Kia Isanga Nakadama, the third Deputy Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Richard Todrong, the Secretary General of the NRM Party, Honorable Rose Namayanja, the Deputy Secretary General of the NRM, Her Lordship Jane Francis Abodo, the Principal Judge, Your Excellency, we are also joined by the Honorable Ministers and Ministers of State. Honorable Chris Bariomus is here with us, the Minister for ICT. Honorable Major General Retired Jim West, the Minister for Security. Honorable Peter Lokeris, the Minister for Karamoja Affairs. Honorable Jacob Oboth Oboth, the Minister of Defense Veterans Affairs. Honorable Monica Msenero, the Minister for Science, Technology and Innovation. Honorable Mr. Kavanda Hajat, the Minister for Kampala and Metropolitan Affairs. Honorable Muloli Mukasa, the Minister for Public Service. Honorable General David Muhozi, the Minister of State for Internal Affairs. Honorable General Mbadi Mbasu, the Minister of State for Trade. Honorable Balam Barugahara, the Minister of State for Youth and Children Affairs. Honorable Kirizesto Muyingo, the Minister of State for Higher Education. Honorable Fred Bwino Chakulaga, the Minister of State for Agriculture. Honorable Lieutenant Colonel Retired Bright Ramirama, the Minister of State for Animal Husbandry. Honorable Helen Adoa, the Minister of State for Fisheries. Honorable Kasolo Haruna Haji, the Minister of State for Microfinance. Honorable Henry Msasizi, the Minister of State for Finance in charge of general duties. Honorable Huda Oleru, the Minister of State for Defense. Honorable Persis Namuganza, the Minister of State for Housing and Urban Development. Honorable Dr. Samuel Mayanja, the Minister of State for Lands. Honorable Kaduchu, the Minister of State for Primary Education. Honorable Victoria Rusoke, the Minister of State for Local Government. The Head of Public Service and Secretary to Cabinet, Madame Lucy Nachobe. Honorable Members of Parliament. Honorable Members of SEC. the service chiefs, the religious leaders and cultural leaders. Your Excellency, allow me also to recognize the ambassadors and high commissioners accredited to Uganda. Can you please stand and wave to His Excellency, because you are many. And also Uganda's ambassador abroad, can you please do the same, because you are many. The religious leaders, can you rise and wave to His Excellency? As well as the cultural leaders. Cultural leaders, please. The permanent secretary is present, the senior presidential advisors, the resident city commissioner, and all other DCs, deputies, and assistants, the NRM family, and all other distinguished guests. Your Excellency, allow me in a special way to welcome the NRM family. NRM oye! NRM Jew! President Museveni oye! Buganda oye! Uganda oye! East Africa oye! Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Kye mwakoze gye kiri. All our invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Omukama mulungi, ekiseera kyonna. Your Excellency, it is with profound gratitude and honor that I welcome you to this momentous occasion. Today, we gather here at this historic Kololo ceremonial grounds with thankfulness and pride as we commemorate 40 years of the NRM liberation journey, themed tribute to the patriots who ushered in a fundamental change. Today's commemoration is a reflection on 4 decades that have profoundly reshaped the destiny of our nation. Your Excellency, Sir and Father of the nation, we thank the Almighty God for His grace upon Uganda and for granting you good health, strength, and wisdom throughout these transformative years. On behalf of the government and the people of Uganda, I warmly congratulate you upon your re-election to an 8th term in office through a peaceful and democratic process. This victory reflects the continued confidence Ugandans have in your leadership and in the steady course of the national resistance movement. Allow me, Your Excellency, to share a scripture that speaks to steadfast leadership, a testimony that your continued stewardship of Mother Uganda is rooted in God's choice and providence. Says the book of Isaiah chapter 41, verses 9 to 13. The Lord says, I took you from the ends of the earth, from its farthest corners. I called you. I said, you are my servant. I have chosen you, and I have not rejected you. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. All who rage against you will surely be ashamed and disgraced. Those who oppose you will be as nothing and perish. Though you search for your enemies, you will not find them. Those who wage war against you will be as nothing at all. For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you. I also congratulate all other leaders who emerged victorious in the recent elections and commend all participants of their commitment to democracy. To those who did not succeed, we recognize your service and encourage you to continue contributing to national development in other capacities. As scripture reminds us in John chapter 14, verses 1 and 2, do not let your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. My Father's house has many rooms. Now that the elections are behind us, we face the greater responsibility of building Uganda. Let us move forward in unity, mutual respect, and shared national purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, as we reflect on the 40 years of NRM leadership, we take pride in the evidence of progress that affirms that the past 4 decades have not been in vain. Uganda's economy has grown from US dollars 3.9 billion in 1986 to US dollars 61.3 billion as of June 2025. Our nation is now ranked among the fastest growing economies in the world. Driven by strategic leadership, political stability, peace and security secured by the NRA liberators, and disciplined macroeconomic management. Export earnings have risen from US dollars 534.7 million in 1986 to US dollar 13.4 billion. The tourism sector, once collapsed, now generates US dollars 5.99 billion. Uganda's gross national income per capita stands at US dollar 1,278, surpassing the lower middle income threshold of US dollar 1,136. A strong indication that Vision 2040's goal of a tenfold US dollar 500 billion economy is firmly on course. Most importantly, the lives of our people have improved. Life expectancy has increased from 47 years in 1986 to 69 years today, supported by sustained government investment in health and education, which has reduced infant and maternal mortality and enhanced the well-being and productivity of our citizens. These achievements affirm that the NRM liberation was not merely about political change, but about restoring dignity, expanding opportunities, and securing a future of shared prosperity. Your Excellency, the people gathered here and millions watching across the country and beyond remain inspired by your resilience and dedication. I thank the National Organizing Committee, led by the Permanent Secretary, Office of the President, Haji Yunus Kakande, the parade team, the media center, the Presidential Press Unit for relaying this function live. It's now my humble request and singular honor and request to humbly invite you, Your Excellency, to address the nation. I thank you for your kind attention for God and my country.
Abana Kampala muli mutya. Mujebale emirimu. Mukuluka olutabalo. Naye olutabalo tukyagenda mu maaso tukyalinayo okulonda okw'aba LCs. I want somebody to translate in Luganda. Wabe bakyusa mu Luganda. Amanyi okukyusa bulungi. Namayanja will do it. Her Excellency the Vice President,
Vice President wa Uganda,
the Right Honorable Speaker,
Speaker of Parliament,
His Lordship the Chief Justice,
His Lordship Saabalamuzi wa Uganda,
and all the other leaders,
n'abakulembeze mwenna,
and all the wananchi.
n'abantu mwenna.
First of all, I thank God for having seen us through this big exercise of the elections.
Okusookera ddala muzeeyi yeebaza Katonda olw'okutuyisa mu kulonda kuno okuwedde.
Secondly, I salute all the Ugandans for participating in the elections.
Ekyokubiri yeebaza bannayuganda bonna okujjumbira era okwenyigira mu kulonda kuno.
Thirdly, I thank all the NRM members for supporting the NRM and its flag bearers.
Ekyokusatu yeebaza bamemba b'NRM bonna okuwagira NRM ate n'abo abakwata bendera z'NRM.
Now, there was a man in Ankole area, his name was Nshoninche. Omuntu atalina nsonyi, no shame.
Mu kitundu kya Nkole yaliyo omusajja omu ng'erinnya lye ye Nsoninshe nga kitegeeza kaggwa ensonyi.
Not embarrassed to say wrong things.
Nti ye taswala kwogera bikyamu.
Now you have been hearing people saying that NRM has done nothing. Today there was a paper called Monitor, which had a headline that no change in 40 years.
Mubadde muwulira abantu abamu abaga nti NRM terina kyekoze era waliwo olupapula olwa monita olwaleero omutwe gwabwe omukulu gubadde gugamba nti tewali kituukiddwako tewaliwo kyanjawulo mu myaka 4.
Now, I will show you here. You know, I am a film shower. I use films now. I don't talk so much.
Muzeeyi agenda kutulaga maaso ku lutimbe ennaku zino akozesa firimu okulaga bwino nga bwali.
Now, the economy of Uganda has recovered and gone through 5 phases.
Ebyenfuna bya Uganda bikyuse kinene nnyo era biyise mu mitendera 5.
First of all, minimum economic recovery.
Okusookera ddala waliwo entandikwa
okudda engulu.
ebyenfuna bya Uganda okudda engulu.
Kubanga ebyenfuna bya Uganda byali bizirise, kati NRM n'ebizza engulu.
Ebyenfuna nga bwe muwulidde nti byali bizirise, NRM yatandika na kubizza ngulu.
Then expansion of the small colonial economy which we had after it had recovered.
Ekyaddako kwe kugaziya ebyenfuna nga bwe byali abafuzi b'amatwale nga bwe baabireka nga bitono ddala ng'ebyenfuna wafunda naye NRM n'ebigaziya.
Naye n'ako katono Amin yali akasaanyizaawo.
Nti n'ebyo ebitono ddala abafuzi b'amatwale bye baalekawo Amin yali abisaanyizaawo.
So we brought back that small economy and expanded it.
N'olwekyo ebyo ebyenfuna ebitono ddala byakomezebwawo ate ne bigaziyizibwa.
Then we diversified the economy.
Ate ne twongeramu bingi mu economy mu byenfuna byaffe ne twongeramu ebirala bingi
ebipya. Then adding value to the raw materials.
Ne tugatta omutindo ku bintu ebifulumizibwa.
And now finally we are in the knowledge economy of automobiles and computers and so on.
Kati tukola ebintu ebyebbeeyi ddala nga amamotoka, kompyuta n'ebintu ebirala.
These are the 5 phases of the recovery and expansion and transformation of the economy of Uganda.
Egyo gy'emitendera 5 okuviira ddala kukuzza engulu okugaziya ate n'okuleeta ebipya n'okwongerera ddala amaanyi mu byenfuna by'eggwanga lyaffe.
N'okuleeta ebyenfuna ebipya ebiyimiridde ku magezi b'omutwe.
Ebyenfuna ebipya ebisinziira ku magezi ag'omutwe obuyiiya.
Now I can show you here on the screen samples of the 4 sectors.
Kati wano muzeeyi agenda kutulaga ku lutimbe ebimu ku ebyo obubondo 4.
Because the economy of Uganda we are lucky. We have got 4 sectors.
Tuli ba mukisa nti tulina mu Uganda obubondo 4 obw'ebyenfuna.
In other countries they don't have that opportunity.
Mu nsi endala ebyo tebiriiyo.
Here, let's look at commercial agriculture. Let's see what's happening with commercial agriculture.
Kati wano katutunuulire ebyobulimi ebyensimbi.
Just start with sugar cane, we add tea, we add palm oil, we add bananas, coffee, whatever you have, you show us.
Katutandike n'ebikajjo, amajaani, emmwanyi n'ebirala ebiriyo.
Those are bananas. Uganda is the second biggest producer of bananas in the whole world. Show us, show us the other. That's cocoa. That's cocoa. That's cocoa now. Show us cocoa. That is cocoa in Bundubujo. Show us the others.
Yongera okutulaga ebirala.
That's why somebody told me that when you go to the supermarkets now, 65% of the products are made in Uganda.
Yes, President. Tibogenda mu supermarket sikat ebintu nkaga mbitano ku buli 10 ebitundibwamu bikolebwa wano mu Uganda.
In the past it was 100% imported.
Edda byonna byali bisubulwa kuva bweru.
So the third sector is services.
Akabondo akokusatu bwe buweereza.
Hotels,
ngama hoteli,
transport,
ebyentambula,
tourism,
ebyobulambuzi,
real estate,
ebyokuzimba amayumba,
all that is within the services sector.
ebyo byonna biri mu kabondo ak'obuweereza.
Let's see examples.
Katulabe ku byokulabirako.
Abasajja bakooye. There's also real estate. I don't know whether they've got pictures of real estate, of the buildings around Kampala Entebbe area.
Waliwo n'ebizimbe.
Kampala Entebbe area.
Waliwo n'ebizimbe. Oba kye tuyita real estate, ebizimbe ebizimbiddwa mu Kampala wano, Entebbe ne Uganda yonna.
When they get them, they'll show them to those are, you remember some Idi Amin expelled our Asian citizens.
Mujjukira Idi Amin yagoba abayindi
And confiscated their properties.
Era n'awamba n'ebintu byabwe.
How many properties were they? How many properties were they?
Ebintu ebyo byali bimeka?
Only 4,000.
Byali 10,000
In the whole of Uganda.
mu Uganda yonna.
But if you see the number of properties we have now,
Kati olwalero bw'otunuulira ebizimbe oba ebintu ebizimbiddwa,
it is
weewuunya.
millions of
Biri mu
properties.
bukadde na bukadde.
So you wonder why Idi Amin was wasting time on 4,000 miserable properties of the Asians.
Weewuunya lwaki Amin yamala obudde ku buntu 10,000 obunya ng'agoba abayindi.
Within those are part of the real estate.
Kati amulaba ebizimbe gali kwoleka.
By your own people.
Nga bannayuganda bennyini be babizimbye.
Much better than the miserable properties of the dukas of the Indians.
Bisinga n'obuduuka bw'abayindi bwe balina.
But within the industries, I forgot the automobile industry. I want you to see the automobile industry.
naye mu makolero omuzeeyi yeerabidde okwogera ku kukola emmotoka era kati ze mulaba ezo ze mmotoka ezikolebwa mu Uganda bus.
Those vehicles are made by your own children.
Ezo emmotoka zikolebwa abaana bammwe Bannayuganda.
They are called Chira.
Bazita Chira.
Our name for the Nile.
Erinnya lyaffe ery'omugga gwa Chira oba Nile. River Nile.
Show us those vehicles. Let's see them more.
Katwongere okwetegereza
Show us
emmotoka ezo.
those vehicles, you sleepy man. Now, recently, our people drove those vehicles from here out to South Africa and back.
Wano gy'oli abalamu abantu baffe bavuga baasi ezo ze mulaba eza coach okuva wano paka emmanga mu South Africa. Ate ne bakomawo.
Now, that is the three sectors: commercial agriculture, manufacturing and artisanship, and services.
Obwo bwe bubondo obusatu okuli okulima okw'ebyensimbi, obuweereza, amakolero.
Then there is the fourth sector, ICT.
Kakati eyokuna akabondo akokuna ke k'ebyuma bikalimagezi.
Let's see whether they have some examples.
Katulabe oba balina bye tuyinza okulabako.
Those are BPO companies.
Ezo kampuni ezikozesa ebyuma bikalimagezi.
Who are based here and do work for companies in United States or Canada.
Kampani ezo nga zikozesa ebyuma bikalimagezi nga ziri wano mu Uganda naye nga zikola emirimu egy'abantu abali e Canada n'ensi endala.
So this is big growth, but we are going to grow even more.
N'olwekyo eno nkulaakulana ya muggundo ate era tugenda kwongera okulaakulanira ddala.
This year, your oil will start flowing.
Omwaka guno amafuta gagenda kuvaayo mu ttaka, gagenda kutandika okufuluma.
The people who don't care about Africa wanted to come and grab this oil for others.
Abantu abatafaayo ku Africa bali baagala okujja batwale amafuta gano.
Those are some of the oil wells.
Kati ezo ze zimu ku nzizi ez'amafuta.
That one you see there.
Olwo lwe mulabaawo luzzi lw'amafuta si mazzi.
The water is there behind the Lake Albert, but the oil is on the big.
Emabega waalwo w'oluzzi lw'amafuta mulaba ennyanja Muttanzige oba gye tuyita Lake Albert.
I don't know whether they have got other pictures of the pipeline and all that. Do you have?
Muze ayagala kulaba oba balina ebifaananyi ebirala ebya pipe etwala amafuta.
So, if they get them, they will bring them.
Bwe banaabifuna bajja kuba babiteerako.
Now, the economy is moving very fast.
Ebyenfuna biri ku speedi ya yiriyiri.
We are growing at 7% now.
Bikula ku bitundu 7 ku kikumi we twogerera wano.
With the oil, we are going to go into double digits.
Bwe tunaafuna amafuta bwe ganaatandika, ate awo tujja kuba tugenze mu nnyukuta 2 oba nga tusoba mu 10.
But there are still groups of our population who are outside the money economy.
Naye era waliwo bannayuganda abakyali ebweru w'ebyenfuna eby'essente.
These are the ones who are in poverty.
Bano be bakyali mu bwavu.
From the colonial times,
Okuva mu bufuzi bw'amatwale,
we had a small group of our people in the money economy.
twalina abantu batono nnyo abaali mu byenfuna ebyokukola ssente.
At independence, the figure they gave me were 9% in the money economy.
We twafunira obwetwaze baali ebitundu 9 ku 10.
Now, when we came, after stabilizing the country,
NRM bwe yajja nga bwe twamala okuleeta obutebenkevu mu ggwanga,
and when we checked, we found that still a small number of the people were in the money economy. The majority were outside the money economy.
bwe baakebera era ne basanga nga bannayuganda abali mu kukola ssente baali batono.
That's why we started all these programs in Tandikwa, NADZ, all those programs.
Yensonga lwaki baatandikawo programs ezo nga entandikwa, NADS n'ebirala.
Where we would give either grants or soft loans to families to get into the money economy.
We baaweeranga abantu olusi nga ssente za kwewola kibanja mpola oba okubawa obuwi babeeko bye bakola bayingire mu kukola ssente.
But when I checked in 2013, only 32% of the people of the homes were in the money economy, 68% were outside the money economy.
Muzeyi we yakebera mu 2013 n'akizuula nti abantu 33 ku 10
Amaka
33 ku buli 10 ge gaali mu kukola ssente.
32
ku buli 10 ge gaali mu kukola ssente nga 68 ku 10 baali tebannaba kuyingira
bakolera lubuto lwokka,
nga bakolera lubuto lwokka,
working only for the stomach.
nga bakolerera kulya buli.
That's when we involved the army.
Awo we twateeramu amagye.
And the army went around distributing seedlings.
Amagye ne gatambula ne gabuna wonna nga gagaba ensigo.
And when we checked, 61% were in the money economy. When we checked in 2019, 61% were in the money economy, but 39% were still outside the money economy.
Mu 2019 bwe baddamu okukebera ng'abantu amaka 60 ku 10 nga gayingidde mu kukola ssente naye nga 3 mu 9 ku 10 tebannaba kuyingira mu kkowe eri abo abakola ssente.
And then the problem was, I started hearing you saying, begabira boka, begabira boka, begabira boka.
Muzeeyi awo n'atandika okuwulira nga mugamba nti abo abaliwo beegabira bokka.
So that's why I said, now let's change. Let's give you the money and you solve your problems.
Muzeeyi awo kwe kusalawo n'agamba nti kabaweereze ssente mwe mwegonjoolere ebizibu mwe kennyini.
But recently, when I was campaigning, some of the people have used the PDM well.
Muzeeyi bw'abadde mu campaign akizudde ng'abantu abamu bakozesezza PDM bulungi ddala.
But there are other areas where there is still a problem.
naye wakyaliwo ebitundu ebimu nga wakyalimuko obumulumulu.
The PDM money in some areas has been grabbed by 3 people.
Mu bitundu ebimu abantu ba mirundi 3 abezizza sente za PDM.
There is somebody they call focal person.
Nti waliwo oyo omuntu ayitibwa entabiro ya PDM.
Then the Muruka chief.
Ne wabaawo ow'omuluka.
And then they appoint a puppet chairman.
Ate ne wabaawo ne chairman abalondeddwa.
Gwe beerondera ababiri gwe beerondera.
Ababiri bali oyo ali akola ng'entabiro ya PDM n'ow'omuluka ne balonda chairman oba ssentebe.
That is not how the PDM is supposed to be.
Eyo si enkola ya PDM bweteekeddwa okubeera.
PDM needs to be from a general meeting of the whole parish.
PDM etegeeza yeetaagisa nga wabaddewo olukiiko olw'abantu mu muluka ogwo. Abantu bonna.
Abakulu abagala kwetaba mu okugoba obwavu.
Abantu mu kitundu ekyo oba mu muluka ogwo nga baagala okuva mu bwavu ne beetaba mu lukiiko olwa bonna.
Anybody above 18 years.
Omuntu yenna kasitaba ng'asussa emyaka 18.
If he wants, he should be a member.
Bw'aba ayagala ateekeddwa okubeera member.
And their general meeting should be the one to elect a committee.
Olukiiko lwa bonna abo olwo lwe luvunaanyizibwa okulonda akakiiko.
Which will select who comes first and who comes next.
Akakiiko ako ke kasalawo ani asooka okufuna PDM era ani addako.
And I hear that in Nabanja's areas, Nani Majes told me that in Nabanja's area they use a karulu, lottery. You pick the one who gets first.
Muzeeyi awulira nti mu kitundu kya Prime Minister Right Honorable Nabanja bo bakozesa kalulu bakwata bupapula. Asooka okwata akapapula kakwata ke kaliko ennamba yaddirwa n'afuna.
So it must be, we are going to amend those rules of the PDM.
N'olwekyo amateeka ago agafuga PDM gagenda kukolebwamu ennongoosereza.
And we are going to put more money.
Era Muzeeyi agenda kuteekamu ssente endala.
And especially in the towns, we may have to put about 300, 400 million per parish.
Naddala mu bibuga buli muluka oba buli waadi bagenda kuteekamu obukadde nga 3 oba 4.
Because people are many, homes are many.
Kubanga amaka mangi mu miruka egy'ebibuga.
But even in the rural areas, we can target that we finish all the homes in 3 years.
Ate era tusobola okuba n'ekigendererwa nti mu myaka 3 mu miruka egy'ebyalo amaka gonna mu miruka egyo gabenga gaweddeyo.
But please, all of you go and be members of the parish circle.
Naye mwenna musabibwa okubeera bammemba ba saako ey'omuluka.
And any parish chief who does not follow that will go to jail. We shall arrest him.
Era ow'omuluka ataagoberera ekyo ataateeka ekyo mu nkola ajja kusibira mu mbuzi ekogga.
We have already arrested the one of Buambo.
Ow'ebuwambo ye yasibiddwa dda.
Because I got the information when we were campaigning.
Kubanga Muzeeyi yategeezebwa bwe yali ali mu campaign.
And I sent people to check and it was true.
N'asindika abantu okunoonyereza era ne kizuulibwa nga kituufu n'olwekyo n'akwatibwa era ali mabega wa mitayimbwa.
Even in Maracha.
Era ne mu disitulikiti eyo ey'e Maracha.
I got information there from the public.
Era Muzeeyi yategeezebwa okuva mu bantu aba bulijjo.
Even Iganga, when I was there the other day.
Ne Iganga bw'etyo bwe yali ennaku eziyise.
All those the ones who were Kwegabiraboka, who are only giving themselves, that's a mistake. They should stop. Those committees should be dissolved and new ones created properly.
abo ababadde beegabira bokka bakikomye bunnambiro era obukiiko obwo bujjululwe baddemu bakikole nga bayita olukiiko olwa bonna abantu bamemba beerondere akakiiko.
Now, those ones don't have to be sent to jail. Bamururu tubategedde muve mu bukulembeze temuddamu esaawa bwe yanaatuuka mukomyeyo sente za saako.
Abo bo ababadde beegabira bokka tukizudde nga bamululu tebajja kusibwa naye bajja kukomyawo sente za saako ate n'obukulembeze tebajja kubuddako.
But the ones who extorted money from the people,
naye abo abajja ku bantu sente mu bukyamu,
abatema ku sente z'abantu, ababatemako sente abo bagenda mu kkomera,
abo ababatemako sente ne babawa sente ezitawera abo bagenda kusibira mu kkomera.
So this is all. We don't want a country of 70% rich people, 30% poor people.
N'olwekyo tetwetaaga ggwanga nga lirimu ebitundu 7 ku 10 bagagga ate 3 ku 10 baavu.
Because now 70% of the people are in the money economy now.
Kubanga kati kikakasiddwa nti abantu 7 ku 10 bali mu kowe eri abo abakola sente.
It is the 30% that are outside the money economy now.
Kakati 30 ku buli 10 ago ge gali ebweru w'okukola sente.
Therefore, that's why we are going to put emphasis on PDM, enough PDM money to reach all the homesteads.
N'olwekyo tugenda kuteeka essira ku PDM, tufune PDM ng'amala abune mu maka gonna.
So PDM plus all the other funds, the ghetto funds, border funds.
N'olwekyo PDM n'ensimbi ziri eza boda n'eza ghetto.
The cultural leaders, we shall create a fund for them.
Abakulembeze ab'ennono nabo tujja bafunira ensako yaabwe.
The religious leaders in their dioceses.
Abakulembeze b'eddiini mu bulabirizi obw'enjawulo.
The Muslim districts.
Ne districts ez'Abayisiraamu.
The university graduates who have not got jobs for 2 years.
Abaana abatikkiddwa ne bamala emyaka 2 nga tebalina bakufuna mirimu.
The political leaders, we shall add another amount for them, 15 million per parish. For
ate n'abakulembeze abalonde nabo wagenda gattibwako obukadde 15 ku buli muluka ng'ezo zaabo abakulembeze abalonde.
So what we want is everybody to be involved in wealth creation.
Twagala buli muntu abeere nga yeenyigira mu kutondawo obugagga.
This will be emphasis number 1.
Eryo ly'essira erisookera ddala lye tugenda okuteekako.
Then if we have enough money, we deal with free education.
Bwe tuba nga tukyalinawo sente tugende ku kusoma okw'obwereere.
Now we also want to check on the health.
Kati twagala n'okwekenneenya ku by'obulamu.
The immunization has done very well.
Okugema kukoze bulungi nnyo.
But the curative has got some issues.
Naye okuwonya kukyalimuko ebyetaaga okulongoosa.
Then the issue of the roads, rural roads.
Kati tudde ku nguudo naddala enguudo ez'omu byalo.
We don't want any unrepaired roads.
Tetwetaaga nguudo zitaddaabiriziddwa.
Whether tarmac or maram.
Oba lwa koolaasi oba nga lwa ttaka.
The jobs come from wealth.
Emirimu egyo giva mu bugagga.
When you create wealth, then wealth creates jobs.
Nti bw'otondawo obugagga butondawo emirimu.
Then the issue of justice.
Kati tugende ku by'obulamuzi.
We don't want corruption in the courts.
Tetwetaaga bukenuzi mu kitongole ekiramuzi.
The new Chief Justice is very, very active in that.
Saabalamuzi omupya omujja mujjumbize nnyo ku ekyo.
And he did what I've been telling them to do for a long time.
Era yakola kyabadde ayagala akole bulijjo.
What I've been telling them.
Yakola bulijjo kyabagamba bakole.
To ask the public, ani ali enguzi, who is corrupt?
Nga abuuza abantu aba bulijjo nti ani oyo ali enguzi.
Because they know, the public will tell you.
Kubanga mmwe abantu aba bulijjo mukimanyi ate era musobola okyogera.
So that is the best way to know who is corrupt.
Eyo y'engeri yokka gye tuyinza okumanya ani mukenuzi.
Now on the other issue is the markets.
Ensonga endala y'ey'obutale.
That's why we emphasize East African integration.
Y'ensonga lwaki twagala East Africa eyawamu.
When we produce all these products, where shall we sell them?
Nti ebintu bino byonna bwe tubikola tunaabitunda wa?
The internal market is not enough.
Akatale kaffe ak'omunda ano mu Uganda tekatumala.
Not only for Uganda, but also for Kenya, for Tanzania. We need a bigger market, all of us.
Si Uganda yokka naye Kenya ne Tanzania ffenna twetaaga obutale obugazi.
But where we are now, we're already moving very well.
Naye we tuli tutambula bukwakku.
We now have a positive balance of payments.
Tulina
esente eziyingira ezebwere eziyingira mu Uganda zisinga zetukozesa okusaka.
Bw'otunulira sente ze tufuna okuva
ebweru. It's more than what we spend to import.
Sente ze tufuna okuva ebweru nga tutunze zisinga ze tukozesa fe okugenda okugula okuva ebweru.
We have got now, by October last year, we had a balance of $2.37 billion on the balance of payments account.
Mu mwaka ogw'ekkumi omwezi ogw'ekkumi omwaka oguwedde twalina obuwumbi
2.37.
Twalina obuwumbi 2 ne miliyoni 7 eza dola nga
miliyoni 307.
Miliyoni mmeka muzeyi?
307.
Miliyoni za dola 3.
No, obuwumbi 2 n'obukadde 307.
Obuwumbi 2 n'obukadde 307 eza dola ng'ezo ze ziri ku kye tuyita balance of payment oba eziri awo mu reserve.
Ezifikawo. So, and we are just beginning.
Ate nga tutandika butandisi.
We are going to do much more than what's happening now.
Tugenda kukola ekisingirako ddala ku kiriwo kati.
We are celebrating a big victory in politics.
Tujaguza obuwanguzi obw'amaanyi mu by'obufuzi.
But I got 8 million votes who voted for me.
Muzeyi yafuna obukadde 8 abamulonda.
But 10 million of my supporters did not turn up.
Naye ng'ate obukadde 10 tebwajja kulonda.
Our supporters.
Obukadde 10 obw'abawagizi baffe.
By NRM.
Aba NRM tebajja kulonda.
Because in May, on the 6th of May,
kubanga nga 6 ogw'okutaano mwaka oguwedde,
when we registered our members,
bwe twawandiisa bamemba baffe,
we had 21 million members.
Twalina bamembers obukadde 21.
18 million of them were old enough to vote.
Nga obukadde 18 ku abo baali bali mu myaka egironda.
But when we checked the register,
naye bwe twakebera register oba yellow book zaffe,
when we checked the register of the government,
bwe twakebera register ya government,
by that time only 8 million of our people had registered.
Kyali kiraga nti abantu obukadde 18
only 8 million
obukadde 8 bwokka bwe bwali bwewandisiza
in the register of the National Electoral Commission.
mu register ey'akakiiko k'ebyokulonda.
So we struggled, and apparently our people registered 14 million of our 18 million supporters.
Ne tukola nnyo okulaba nti abantu baffe waakiri obukadde 14 ku 18 baali balonzi.
They were able to be registered in time.
Baali basobola okugenda ne beewandiisa mu kakiiko k'ebyokulonda
In time.
mu budde nga bukyaliyo mu kuzza obujja enkalala.
But now, I got 8 million votes.
Naye kati muzeeyi yafuna obukadde 8 obw'obululu.
So where are my 6 million votes?
Obululu obukadde 6 buli ludda wa?
That means some of our people did not turn. I hear the opposition wasting time.
Kitegeeza nti eriyo abantu baffe abamu abatajjumbira.
I hear the opposition wasting time talking nonsense. You really, if you don't know Uganda, you can waste your time.
Muzeeyi awulira abavuganya gavumenti nga boogera bamala obudde okwogera ebitakwatagana lwakuba tebamanyi Uganda eno.
They are lucky because all my supporters did not turn up.
Balina omukisa nti abawagizi ba pulezidenti bonna tebajja kulonda.
Only a few came.
Abamu ku bo be bajja.
Only 8 million.
Bukadde 8 bwokka.
If they had turned up, there would be no opposition in Uganda.
Nti senga bonna bajja ne balonda opposition oba okuvuganya twalibadde tufuma bifume kati.
But why did they not come?
Naye lwaki tebajja?
I think there are two. We are going to study it, but I think there are 2 reasons.
Tugenda kyekenneenya naye nga tulowooza ensonga ziri 2.
Number one, I think, my suspicion.
Tulowooza tuteebereza ensonga ziri 2.
Number one, the opposition threatening violence and try.
Ensonga esooka abavuganya gavumenti nga batiisatiisa abantu baffe.
And then the police, this police, doing nothing about it.
Ekyokubiri ne poliisi eno neetabaawo kyekola.
People misbehaving and nobody does anything about them.
Abantu nga bamenya amateeka ne watabaawo kikolebwa.
Some people have been attacked.
Abantu abamu balumbiddwa.
Why should you attack anybody because of the elections?
Nga lwaki olumba omuntu oba okumwaŋŋanga olw'okulonda?
What right do you have to even use harsh words?
Ye obuyinza obujjawa okukozesa ebigambo ebikambwe.
Yemwe abasubyeko akasajja. You have no right to say that.
Tolina buyinza na ddembe kugamba nti mwe mutusibyeko akasajja. Tolina lukusa olwo. Ani awulidde enjogera eyo nti yemwe abatusibyeko akasajja. Why would the police hear this and keep quiet? Police eyinza etya okuwulira kino n'esirika.
So that is the reason number one why I think some people did not turn up.
N'olwekyo eyo ensonga esooka gye tuteebereza lwaki abantu baffe abamu tebajja kulonda.
The other one is misbehavior by the NRM leaders themselves.
Ensonga ey'okubiri ye y'abakulembeze b'NRM abeeyisa obubi.
Entaro.
Abalwanagana.
Bringing wars among our people.
Abaleeta obutakkaanya mu bantu baffe.
They make some of the people say, let me kambyesonye ebyo ebyobululu kambiveemu.
Kireetera abantu okwekyawa ne bagamba nti ebyobululu babiveeko.
That is the second group.
Eyo ye group ey'okubiri.
So these 2 groups must watch them.
N'olwekyo group zino zombi tulina okuzisaako eriiso ejjogi.
The opposition who use terrorist approach.
abakozesa olulimi olw'ekitujju oba enkola ey'ekitujju.
Then our own people who are indisciplined and selfish.
N'abantu baffe abeeyagaliza bokka abatagoberera mpisa za kibiina.
naye ffe abaganda b'omu Lukoola, tulina olugero lwaffe olugamba nti ekitata muyima tekikola ki? Tekimalako nte. Kasa NRM ekyalina amaanyi tugenda kutereeza abantu abo bombi ababiri abo. NRM oye! NRM oye! Katonda ababeere. Naye enguzi erina okukoma. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
Your Excellency, Your Excellency, the President and President-elect, I thank you for your presentation to the nation at 40 years of NRA Victory Day. Your Excellency, 4 decades of steadfast stewardship shows that this renewed democratic mandate is not merely an electoral victory, but a powerful national endorsement of a leader whose clarity of purpose has guided Uganda from collapse to stability and from survival to sustained growth. 40 years ago, you promised to usher in a fundamental change. That promise has been fulfilled, marking a decisive break from the failures of past. I congratulate you, Your Excellency, and all the people of Uganda. Your Excellency, and with your permission, you will allow 4 entertainment groups to entertain you and your guests after the medals. And these groups are, number 1, Sauti Africa, number 2, UPDF Culture Troupe, and number 3, Daddy Andrea. This is a special appreciation to the President and President-elect, General Retired Mzee Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. On behalf of the Muyenga community, in recognition of your exemplary leadership, distinguished service, and unwavering commitment to the safety, security, and development of Muyenga and Uganda at large, we recognize your contribution. As such, the Muyenga First-Class Residence Intelligence-Led Policing Medal reflects the remarkable gains achieved under your leadership through proactive intelligence-led security initiatives, particularly the establishment of the CCTV grid in line with the NRM Manifesto 2016-2021. You laid a strong foundation for the peace, stability, and sustainable development in Myenga and the surrounding region. As a result of these efforts, Myenga has transformed into a safer community, fostering business growth, hospitality development, and increased investment, while enhancing the quality of life of its residents. Furthermore, the introduction of the parish development model has strengthened community safety and cohesion through resident profiling and inclusive community barazas, improving information sharing, trust, and collective responsibility. In recognition of these outstanding contributions, the residents of Myenga anonymously resolved to honor your leadership by awarding you this medal, the first of its kind, as a symbol of deep appreciation and respect. Your Excellency and President-elect, may this honor inspire your continued dedication to peace, progress, and prosperity for Uganda. With sincere gratitude, congratulations on your outstanding service and 2026 presidential electoral victory. I therefore invite the following residents of Myenga to come and present the award to you, Your Excellency, the President and President-elect, for your outstanding service. Mr. Yassin, may you please move forward. Mr. John Intwatwa, Mr. Taban Idro, Mr. Bayen Mesfuni, Mr. Andrew Tibayelila. Thank you, Your Excellency. Apologies, Your Excellency, but in a special way, allow me to introduce to you the former national leaders. Your Excellency, we've been joined by His Excellency Edward Chiwan Kasekande, former Vice President. He's here with us. His Lordship Stephen Kavuma, former Deputy Chief Justice, is also here with us. Right Honorable Ruhakana Rugunda, former Prime Minister. Right Honorable Amama Mbabazi, former Prime Minister. And Right Honorable Chintu Musoke, former Prime Minister. Your Excellency, it's time for the Chancellery Department to come and take us through.
Your Excellency the President, sir, I seek your permission to proceed and ride on the protocol already ably laid out. I am Brigadier General Richard Kanemire, the Master of Ceremonies of the Chancery. On this occasion, when we celebrate the 40th anniversary of our liberation, His Excellency the President and the Fountain of Honor has, in exercise of the powers conferred upon the President by Section 18 of the National Awards Act, granted awards to the following persons. The first award is the Distinguished Order of the Crested Crane Grand Commander, and it goes to Justice Emeritus Ralph Ochan. Born on the 16th of July, 1948, he holds Masters of Arts in Political Economy, Master of Laws in the Law of the Sea, and is the current chair of the Africa Center for Research and Legal Studies, Kampala. He served as chairperson of the Public Service Commission, and from 2008 to July 2013, he served as a judge of the High Court at the Masinde High Court Circuit. From 2005 to 2008, he served as Secretary to the Judiciary. From 2002 to 2005, he also served as Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Gender, Labor, and Social Development. From 1985, he served as Undersecretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and also later served as a Foreign Service Officer Grade 5 and was posted to Ottawa. He has served on many boards and has also published and reviewed several works. Justice Emeritus Ralph Ochan is therefore recognized for his dedication and distinguished service over the years and unwavering contribution to the economic social transformation of Uganda. The Distinguished Order of the Crested Crane Grand Officer is bestowed on Mr. Barot Hashad Maganbai, born on 3rd January 1959 in India. In 2006, driven by his understanding of Uganda's development needs, he responded to the demands for eco-friendly, affordable, and accessible infrastructure for the public and private sector, particularly for small and medium enterprises. His vision focused on decongesting urban centers by developing rural areas, providing SMEs with affordable housing and commercial spaces. Over the years, he has become a household name and leading figure in real estate. He stands as a symbol of transformation, turning challenges into opportunities, into thriving realities. Next is Mr. Ikokoro Okware, also granted the Distinguished Honor of the Crested Crane Member. Mr. Okokware was elected LC1 chairperson for Nyarakot Zone, and in the same year joined the first intake of LDUs. In 1996, he was elected RC2 Defense Secretary for Apokor Parish, serving until the creation of Mera Sub-County. Ms. Teddy Nalu is awarded the National Independence Diamond Jubilee Medal. She serves as the National Coordinator of Unbound Uganda, a reputable non-governmental organization operating across 8 districts. She has led the establishment of 10 functional cooperatives, uniting more than 12,000 households. Mr. Wamunono Nathan is a civilian war veteran who operated in the Ngoma zone during the liberation struggle, undertaking various assignments in support of the war effort. Between 1981 and 1985, he provided essential support to the NRA fighters stationed in Ngoma by supplying food. He was arrested alongside several colleagues and not survived execution. Mr. Dr. Onesimus Odora Ojur from Kitgum His services spanned 34 years, during which he worked in various capacities across different districts. Through his lobbying efforts, Lions Aid Norway funded the construction of a modern outpatient eye clinic, including a fully equipped theater now serving the greater region. Dr. Stephen Watiti of Mbale from 2004-2013 worked at Medme, Uganda, an HIV treatment center of excellence before retiring into consultancy and writing. Beyond HIV advocacy, he promotes universal health coverage, including prevention screening for non-communicable diseases and palliative care. Dr. Mugambe Paul Francis, he began his medical career at Mbare Regional Referral Hospital and was later transferred to Mitiana General Hospital, where he served until his retirement in 1998. While serving in Mbale, he provided significant covert support to NRA fighters through a support group led by Senior Nursing Officer Sister Robina Kasada. The Narubare Medal is awarded to Miss Violet Ketchtanda. During the Fronasa period, she played a key role in facilitating the safe passage of soldiers, including late Lieutenant Colonel Akanga Byarhanga, as they crossed into Tanzania. She also provided food and medical supplies to bush war fighters throughout the struggle. The next is Mzee Bukokosi James. Mzee James Bukokosi was recruited by late Joseph Mtwari and Karambuzi in 1972 and began operating in Shikagati, Ruyanga village, Isinjiro district at the Uganda-Tanzania border. Although officially a government storekeeper responsible for firearms, he covertly coordinated freedom fighters in both Uganda and Tanzania. He later diverted guns and helped conceal them in pits, some of which were used in the attack on Simba Barracks in Mbarara on 15 September 1972. He frequently assisted His Excellency the President by transporting him on a bicycle to Chaka at the Tanzania border. After the failed 1972 invasion against Idi Amin and the subsequent closure of the Uganda-Tanzania border, he trekked from Chikagati to Kabare, where he secured work as a driver at the Mafuga sawmills. Late Chiwanuka John Mary of Mpiji, during the liberation struggle, he served as a key local contact, guiding troops through the area and providing food to the fighters. He sheltered combatants, treated them using local herbal remedies, and supplied them with raw food such as cassava and sweet potatoes. Tragically, during an operation carried out by Obote's forces, he was murdered in cold blood. Kiza Evelyn Tinkamarirwe of Kakumiro, she worked as a health worker in Chivari Dispensary. In 1981, she was arrested by UPC leaders accusing her of supporting rebels detained at Karuguzu police post. The Royal Triangle Medal is also posthumously awarded to Miss Mbaba's Marchean of Chankwanzi. She played a key role in mobilizing and encouraging fellow women, particularly the young ones, to remain firm and brave during the hardship of the war. Miss Mbaba Zinora of Mbende is also awarded the Royal Triangle. She was one of the pioneers of the Uganda Patriotic Movement in 1980 at the age of 16 in Mubende district. The Masaba Star Medal is awarded to Lieutenant General retired Francis Okero of Omoro district. He served the country with distinction for more than 42 uninterrupted years in the Uganda People's Defense Forces. He had multiple high-level appointments in command, administration, operations, and strategic leadership, including being the first commandant of the Uganda Defense College, was Chief of Plans and Operations and Peace and Security Department at the African Union Headquarters, was the commandant of Uganda Rapid Deployment Capability Center, and was also the second force commander of the African Union mission in Somalia. He also served as a UPDF Member of Parliament. Lieutenant General retired Francis Okello is widely recognized for his unwavering dedication, selflessness, patriotism, and strategic leadership. Other general is Brigadier General Kefa Nangeso, who is the Dean of Studies at the National Defense College. The National Independence Diamond Jubilee is also awarded to Colonel Moses Ikurut Emeru, Colonel Hamzat Mukata Kasaja, Lieutenant Colonel Mase Tukahirwa, Warrant Officer 1 Semakura Bosco, Warrant Officer 2 Muramira Richard, Staff Sergeant Engor Girgori, who is recognized for conducting successful operations against the ADF and the Al-Shabaab terrorists in Somalia. The Uganda Police Force wishes to honor also Mr. Haj Bogere Abu, Mr. Kwaja Charles, DIP Chakwira Betty, Mr. Moses, and long service medal by the police is awarded to IP Tumshabe Silva, AIP Nankung Sara. The following prisons officers are also awarded the National Independence Diamond Jubilee Medal: Mr. Yusuf Mkembo, Superintendent of Prisons; Mr. Athanas Nyawe Adrich, Assistant Superintendent of Prisons, Mr. Peter Opado, and Ms. Nasimwa Harriet. Last but not least is Mr. Opikason Tarantino. Throughout his service, he has demonstrated exemplary workmanship, leadership, and integrity. He is recognized for his firm decision-making, effective time management, and strong commitment to achieving institutional objectives. As a senior tailor, he has trained numerous officers, equipping them with the skills and discipline required to become dependable and competent professionals. His ability to make swift, well-considered decisions, combined with his excellent planning abilities, has greatly strengthened the tailoring units and enhanced productivity across the stations where he has served. Detailed citations of those that have not been read will be made available to media and will be fully published. So we've done this in order to serve on the time. We extend our deep congratulations to all the awardees and urge them to wear these medals of honor on such national occasions.
waza kurra cyohirwe
Choirwe.
champire
Omuhinji w'amaani.
omurisa wente owembuzi champire
Orikumanya ebishaka.
abachwezi emandwa
Nogonkago.
fire
Omuhuzi w'oburo. Omujasi.
ise hinaho tukwika.
There is somewhere we reach.
I want to tell you these three things
Nakubagambira ebintu bishatu.
that are hindering us from progressing.
Ebikutureetera twabura kurengaho tukasingura.
One,
Kimwe.
idol worship.
Okuramya ebishane.
Idol worship.
Okuramya ebishane.
In the book of 2 Kings chapter 9 verse 22,
Kitabo ky'abagabi ba kabiri ekitore y'omwenda omushoro gwa 22.
ekintu kyo kisibire westerners
This is what has died out abantu ababurengerwa
omubutafumura.
in the things of not penetrating through.
Aza mwana Biblia wejo
Munejyo.
mukama kuyambe.
Abagabi ba kabiri mzee.
2 Kings chapter 9 verse 22.
Mwenda 22. Nejirete.
When Joram saw Jehu, he asked, "Have you come in peace?" And Jehu,
Ogwa 22. Yoramu kuyarebere Yehu yamubuza ati nibuhoro Yehu nibuhoro Yehu oni yamugarika mwati nibuhoro chi nibuhoro chi obushambani bwa nyoko Yezebeli n'oburogo bwe bikiri bingi biti. Yoramu yahinduza.
Barekira. Jehu replied, "How long has all this idolatry, witchcraft of your mother Jezebel bound?" Sometimes we think it is easy.
Omuntu bantekateka ngu byanguhi.
You children of God, munchiriza no muri yeki.
Allow me, we agree in this.
Oburogo buri omu western hanuya.
The idol worship that is in Western.
Tuburi na hand hon.
It is not all over.
Okushobu turayemerera tukiyaho uburogo.
Not until we stand and remove
Tukiyaho
idol
ubuchwezi.
worshiping and we remove bachwezi
Tukiyaho mandwa.
and we remove mandu and other
Tutukuza
old
kweyongera yahari.
we are not going to go any further.
Noza kuroro nijoro hari kanze kwehanuza hari.
You hear someone saying, let me go and consult from this place.
Haturanuya abantu barahariya barakiruhura.
Now we are here, but people there in Chiruhura, they are crying. Rwamuranda.
Ekyaro kyona
In the village of Rwamuranda, the whole of it,
kisangirwe.
it is covered up.
Bona nibarra.
They are all crying.
The president has allowed you to entertain.
The head is going. And I said, go to the hospital. And to tell one of my pastors, they bewitched me. I said, until one of your witchcraft. And for you see. Then to ask the neighbor. Where is in the other village? Who are in the whole of that one?
Just run a speed.
Fight a lot. So that she can come out. If you let her to remain there till tomorrow, you're going to get a corpse.
Are you serious?